I'm about to share a deeply personal story that I never thought I'd make public. This isn't just about finding a diary. It's about facing the demons of my past and coming to terms with the person I've become. Join me on this emotional roller coaster. My name is Rachel. I'm 33 now, living in Philadelphia, married, no kids. I work in HR, live a quiet life. If you met me, you'd say I'm organized, steady. Boring, maybe. But behind that is something I didn't even realize I'd buried until a few months ago. It started when my father died. We weren't close. He wasn't cruel, exactly just cold. Distant. My mother died when I was 10. And after that, something broke in both of us. He threw himself into work. I became invisible. When he passed, I inherited the house I grew up in, a 2-story colonial tucked in a wooded suburb outside of Baltimore. I hadn't been there in over a decade. The place was frozen in time. Same musty carpet, same wallpaper, same ticking clock in the kitchen. It was like walking into a memory you'd tried to forget. I spent the first few hours just sitting, letting it all hit me. Then I started clearing out the attic. That's when I found it. A faded pink notebook with Lisa Frank stickers on the cover. My name, Rachel, written in purple gel pen. My childhood diary. I almost laughed. I'd forgotten it existed. Curiosity pulled me in. I sat on the attic floor and opened it. The first few entries were innocent enough. Today, I made a friendship bracelet for Molly. I wish Dad smiled more. I heard Mom crying in the bathroom again. But around age 8, things changed. The handwriting got smaller, the tone darker, and the entries more fragmented. One, dated January 17, 1998, simply said, "The woman in the closet was crying again." I blinked. What? I flipped through the pages. There were dozens of entries like that. She said she's not allowed to leave. She asked me not to tell Daddy. I brought her a cookie. She hugged me and said thank you. My heart was racing. Who the hell was I writing about? I had no memory of any woman. No aunt, no family friend, no secret babysitter locked away. Just me, Dad, and a house that always felt too quiet. I called my husband Evan. "I think I found something weird in my old diary." He said, "Maybe it's just imaginary friend stuff?" That's what I thought at first, until I found this entry. Daddy says if I talk about the woman, she'll disappear. He says she's bad for me, but I don't think she's bad. She sings when I'm sad. And another. Daddy locked her door again. She was screaming. The tone was calm, childlike, like I didn't understand what I was seeing. Then this. She gave me a picture. Said if I ever forget her, she'll fade forever. But I won't forget. I read faster. My hands were trembling. I tore through the attic looking for the picture. It took an hour. Buried in a box of Christmas ornaments, under fake snow and tangled lights, was a small Polaroid. A woman. Late 20s. Tired eyes. Holding little me in her lap. I stared at it for a long time. Then I flipped it over. Claire, 1998. I didn't know a Claire. And I didn't remember this photo. I called my aunt, the only living relative I had from my mother's side. She didn't answer at first. But when I texted her a picture of the diary and the photo, she called back immediately. "Where did you get that?" she asked, her voice shaking. I told her everything. There was a long pause. Then she said, "Your dad wasn't always a good man." I asked what that meant. She said, "Claire was your mother's cousin. She came to live with you after your mom died. She had a breakdown. Your dad said she needed help." I asked, "Did she go to a hospital?" Silence. Then, "We thought she did." I didn't sleep that night. The next morning I went back to the house. I went to my old closet, pulled up the carpet, checked the back wall. It looked normal until I knocked. It echoed. There was space behind it. A hidden panel. I pried it open with a screwdriver. Behind it, a crawl space. Dusty. Claustrophobic. And something else. A bracelet. Child-sized. With the name Claire spelled in plastic beads. And next to it, bones. Small. Fragile. I called the police. They brought in a forensic team. A month later, the DNA confirmed it. The remains belonged to Claire Evans. She died in 1998. Cause: blunt force trauma. The timeline matched the last diary entry mentioning her. Daddy said she was gone. He looked sad. But I think he was pretending. I had blocked it all out. Every detail. Every scream. Every question I must have asked as a child. My brain protected me by erasing it. But the diary remembered. The police questioned me. I told them everything I knew. They opened an investigation. Found inconsistencies in my father's financials, history, and mental health evaluations. He'd never reported Claire missing, never told a soul. She'd been buried in my walls for over 25 years, and no one knew, until my diary told the truth. It's been 6 months. They closed the case. Called it unresolved due to death of primary suspect. I had the house demolished. I couldn't live with it. Couldn't sell it either. Evan and I are back in Philadelphia. Life is quieter, but heavier. Sometimes I wake up to music, a lullaby I don't quite remember, and I wonder if it's Claire, telling me she's free now, and that the little girl who didn't forget her finally remembered. What would you do if your childhood diary told you something your adult mind refused to remember? Comment below.